Good day, everybody. This is Doug, the Modeling Hermit. I'm back at you, and we have the under 1,000 group build for those of us that are under 1,000 subscribers, and for the YouTube channel, actually. And mine is the Mobius 1968 Ford F250, also known in my world as the 3/4 ton pickup. I've made a camper unit for that from the AMT 1965 Chevrolet El Camino. I have the interior for it, and I now have the boat completed. Mary, Curls, and Flo, they're busy doing all the checkup on it, make sure that everything's safe there. So what we have is that to the Ford F250, we have added a spare tire to the front. We've taken the chrome off the bumper and grill and painted those white. We added the step bumper to it. And then we worked on, let's see, what there was one that, oh yes, the mirrors for it. Those actually come from the kit. There's a choice of mirrors. And I used, now in my years of growing up, those were always called West Coaster mirrors. I don't know what the real actual term for those is. But anyway, that's what we called them. I took the chrome off the bottom of the truck, just basically lowering it down a level, and from the Ranger down to the next lower level. I'm not sure on the Fords what they were. To the camper. This is, like I say, from the 65 Chevrolet El Camino. Sorry, girls, didn't mean to bash you around. You're so busy over there. I added some extra width to that along the side. Let me find something for a pointer here. Got to be something. Haha, there's a pencil way over there. Sorry about the arm in front of you. Okay, so let's start this over again. There is the addition that I've added to it, also along the top. So that was added. There was some addition down in this area to make this fit onto the Mobius Ford pickup. And then at the bottom, I added a little step there. And I added cupboards inside. And then I also added lighting up there in the roof. I added a first aid kit and a back door, naturally. And of course, then that just fits onto the truck. Fits onto the truck, something like that there. I just tossed it on. But that's how that fits onto the truck. Now, inside, we have the interior. Where'd my interior go? There we go. We have an electrical box here, and right next to it is where we have the propane tank would be stored, a small propane tank. That would be for the stove. We also have a little bench and another bench, and then a table. But the big thing is we added a refrigerator, a small mini refrigerator to this. The front of that, this has been explained in other videos, but I'll go ahead again for those who are new to this. That came from a Coca-Cola machine that I used as an air conditioner heating unit in a diorama, and I cut this front off of it for the coins, and I'm using that as the front for my refrigerator. Every bit of this was made out of Plastruct, by the way. The floor is also from the Plastruct Evergreen company, and that is the tile floor. Let's see if I can get that down so that you can see it. So that's the tile floor. The cupboard was naturally made out of the same material, and then I added a sink faucet, and I added a little control for that. The sink portion was just out of my parts box. I'm not sure where that actually originated from. Once again, this is just sheet stock that I used, but the stovetop burners and controls here, those are from the early AMT 3-in-1 kits, and some of the annuals would have these weird things that they would add to them. Wonderful things, actually. It was a lot of fun. But they added, in this case, they added a reel-to-reel player, which generally just got glued in someplace or another. I cut that down and used that for my stovetop. And so now onto the boat. I built the boat basically just straight from the box. The only thing that I did do was, and there's several other people that are on the YouTube that show how to build this boat. That's why I didn't go into it. But I did make sure that I got the lines in here, those white lines that they have in the boat. So I did add those. That's just by scraping that with the back of an X-Acto knife after it's painted. And then buffed it out and waxed it up good so that it looks really sharp. And that's all. I mean, that's all I really did to that. So I didn't get that much into it. But that finishes up our rig. And like I say, Mary, Curls, and Flo, they're in there making sure that everything's safe for that boat to go into the water. And that is our rig. That is our final. And I should put this in for those who haven't seen this go in before. This just simply has to maneuver a little bit, but it drops in after a bit of coaxing. It drops in. It fits really tight. And there you go. So that's got that in. And then this goes over it with a little coaxing. Okay, so there, if we can get this thing focused back up, there it goes. And that is our rig and our completion of my under 1,000 group build, 24 under 1,000 GB 24 group build. And it was a lot of fun. I got a lot of subscribers from it. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you doing that. And once again, a big thank you to everybody. And my best of luck to all you others that are working to get that 1,000 mark. And this is the Modeling Hermit, and I am off the air and gone.